And look at Randy Orton slithering.
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
KO! Here's the cover.
Hey, what's up guys, and we're back today with another video, this time looking at what I would probably say is the best tier 8 preferential premium tank in the game, and it's been in the game for a very, very long time. And it's the FCM 50T, and I only recently got this tank like in December actually. It's never is in the store, truthfully, and it does cost a fair amount if I remember correctly. It's fairly expensive because it is a tier 8 heavy tank premium, which usually costs a little bit more on the high side, I guess. So I'd never really had the available funds to get it, but was finally able to pick it up in December. And in the handful of games I've played in it, I've almost always had at least a good result. I've never really had a truly really bad result that I can think of. I'm sure I did, but my overall experience with this tank so far has been outstanding. As far as tier 8 pref tanks go, this thing is absolutely an animal. With some of the buffs it's gotten over the years, I know this thing wasn't fantastic at first, but it's definitely got at least 2 buffs, maybe even 3. I can't remember for sure, but I know it's received at least multiple buffs to where this thing is, I would say, the best tier 8 preferential tank. I'd like to stay with saying best overall preferential tank, because stuff like the E25 and Tiger 131 at tier 7 probably better tier for tier. I would say so. Tiger 131 is just absolutely disgusting. But at tier 8, I don't think anything else really comes close to this. STA2 is pretty good, but this thing's speed and hit point is just, yeah, it's really, really good with this 90mm gun it has, which STA2 also has 240 alpha like this. But the STA2, I don't know. The heat pen is pretty filthy on that tank as well, so there could be an argument made for that Japanese medium as well. However, I've played more games in the STA2, and I've only played a couple in this, and I already like this tank more. So I don't know. And now we're about to have a very awkward encounter here, as we've got a couple easy shots off the beginning of this game. Not easy, but a couple pot shots. And now we have a very awkward situation where we have this KV5 who is going to throw his tank away, but unfortunately there's really only me and a Tiger Shark right next to him. And he's just going to come around. And at this point I'm like, okay, I'll just take the hit. I have more hit points than the Tiger Shark. It makes more sense. Trying to track him at first, didn't go as planned at all. And we're going uphill, so we're going to eat another shot. Do get the second tracking shot. We're trying to go for the drive wheels. Unfortunately, we're kind of giving up on that at this point because he's just getting farmed. I think we bounced that one actually, surprisingly. And we actually get shot by the Barask on the other side. So unfortunately, we lose like 900 hit points, or nearly 900 hit points in that engagement. Not ideal at all. But, oh well. Stuff happens in this game, so you kind of got to deal with it and roll with the bunches sometimes, and that was an unfortunate one. But the KV5 was able to be taken out between the 3 of us. And now we're just shifting our focus to tanks that are playing a little more tactically. Trying to find some shots into the Barask. I put one in us earlier. Let's see, he's running away, so we're going to stop, aim, and put one into him. Very nice shot, and now we're getting a shot in the rear. Luckily, that one does not pen. I did notice that they had pushed around that other flank pretty easily. Most of our team is on this side, so rather than just staying in that middle area and trying to fight them off, there's no point in doing that. In a heavy tank, this is a heavy tank with quotation marks around it. It's really only a heavy by name. The French have something with that. The Barask is not really a medium tank. The FCM 50T is not really a heavy tank. It's a fairly heavy tank in terms of weight, but the armor is very meh. You may bounce some light tanks, some lower tier light tanks, and some occasional weird angles off the upper plate because it is fairly angled, but it's not going to bounce a ton. It's not going to be reliable. It's not like a T-32's turret here or anything like that. So at this point, we're more of a support heavy. Let the T-32 pop up first. He has the armor and hit points. And see if we can't put a shot into his Barask. We do. Unfortunately, we don't kill him. Probably couldn't have killed him anyways. So that whatever. Try to go for the second one. Totally speculative. We have so much ammo in this tank that it's not even funny. And now I can start supporting this T-32 who's pushed up, so I don't have to worry about getting shot on the side. No, T-29 just fired, and I can put 2 in for everyone he fires. And now we're going to fight the Tier 8 American Heavy, as he's pushed him way too aggressive at this point. And just go for that drive wheel again. Try to keep him in place. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen, but we should be able to kill him with the next shot. We do. He misses and hits the rock. And yeah, now we breathe for a second and kind of collect our thoughts and go, okay, where do we want to go next? We see a couple other tanks over to the left there, or to the right, I should say. But at this point, I kind of want to push this a little bit in the middle, and sure enough, we're rewarded by a nice kill on the Barask, which is a great tank to take out in late game scenarios like this, because that 2-shot autoloader can be so deadly. So deadly. I know from experience of using the tank now that at this point in the game, having any kind of autoloader like that, very similar in style to like a Bad Chat, you definitely want to focus that type of tank, because I'm literally almost a 2-shot for him, almost clippable. So you're kind of approaching that range of where if you lose enough hit points, that guy, if he's on more than a 1-shot, can just absolutely wreck your day. And so yeah, that's a good target to take out and prioritize. And now we're just kind of playing peekaboo with the T-28 Prot, waiting for him to lose interest. Sure enough, he loses interest just long enough, watching his gun barrel basically there. That's what we're doing in third person. And just bouncing back and forth on this ridgeline, because I don't know if the ridgeline totally protects me. It doesn't look like it does. We pop another one in. He misses, thankfully. And just some nice peekaboo there with that T-28 Prot. And now this UDES is coming around. We RBRT onto him and take him out as well. So quite a few tanks there to put down. And now we're going to shift our focus onto another. Put in non-stop game, go for the drive wheel on the Minuteman. Unfortunately, it doesn't come off. Load the APCR just because I don't feel like dealing with that. He's starting to move forward now because he doesn't want to just get auto-tracked, I guess, or perma-tracked. I don't know what auto-tracked is. Who knows? Try to put a second one into the Minuteman. Unfortunately, that one does not come off, and we back off just in time for the T-32, who was about to put a shot into us. So, nice case there. See the 416 snap it in, take that guy out as well. Nice result there. And now we're going to look behind us real quick. You see the TD popped up. Try to snap one into the UDES. Unfortunately, it doesn't come off. That's what I like about the ammo count on this thing also. You have so much ammo that you can take those chancy shots and not feel bad about it at all. Because one, the DPM is pretty fantastic. You reload in like 4.5 seconds, 5 seconds, it almost feels like. And, yeah, you just have so much ammo that it's not even funny. And now I see this Barask going in. He takes out the 5100, and this is what I was talking about. Having a tank like that left in the game is so hard to fight against. And now I'm just going to push him with the Barask because he's hiding behind the corpse of the 5100, which is good play. And just going to try to focus on his T-32. And sure enough, we're able to finish him off. He basically gives up there. And yeah, this game was close, but actually some decent teamwork in this one. Surprising. Always a nice surprise. And yeah, this has been one heck of a result in the Tier 8 FCM. As we're approaching nearly 6k damage, and then we can get the last shot off. Not quite. So, finish that game with 5,700 damage, 1,000 assisted as well. I think mostly from some tracking shots. Always nice to get that little extra. 6 kills for the Top Gun, and 2,500 base XP. So a very, very nice result in the Tier 8 French heavy tank for the Ace tanker there. And yeah, just an overall beast of a tank. I definitely recommend if you're looking for a crew trainer in that nation, you want a preferential tank that doesn't see tier 10 games or only sees tier 8 games and +1 -1. This is a great one. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you next time. See you.